you won't catch me cry. Got no reasons left to rewind. I gave you my word. Try it again, I'll put you on a bench. Do not disturb. To think I used to dream of being your wife.
Hold on, come to my house. Quarter ounce of cookies, got me one with my couch. Made my own lane, they can't come for my route. You catch me running up them digits, hold not running my mouth. And now they see me up doing everything I plan to be. No new niggas round here, this just my family. Tryna spread love, my life ain't about no vanity. Gotta cut ties if it ain't good for my sanity. Ain't gotta speak, they know all top with me. I can't do no drama, I be tryna cop some property. Thinking that they hot shit, but it's funny cause they not to me. Talking all that pessimism, but that shit ain't got to me. My shit like prophecy, ain't hard to see it, all my partners chosen. Gotta pop my shit and clock my grip and keep my pockets swollen. These niggas be scary, I'm Chuck Berry, how I'm rockin' rollin'. And they know I'm bout my sliding through Southside, how could I not be holding? Brody say he got another play for me, say less, I'm en route. Cause it's getting paper shit, the only type of shit I been bout. And I'm praying faithfully, but you know I gotta let that sin out. And I gotta be cautious of the message that I'm trying to send out. Energy so positive, I'm positive they can't stop it. Gotta set my stop loss just to make sure that I take profit. Putting pack in the air, put a little bit of lemon all in my green tea. I'm living no limit, they know what it is right when they seen me. You ain't hit my phone up, hold on, come to my house. Quarter ounce of cookies, got me one with my couch. Made my own lane, they can't come for my route. You catch me running up them digits, hold not running my mouth. And now they see me up doing everything I plan to be. No new niggas round here, this just my family. Tryna spread love, my life ain't about no vanity. Gotta cut ties if it ain't good for my sanity. Ain't gotta speak, they know what's really poppin'. I'm shiny suit man, making them bands, they know I'm Diddy boppin'. Slap 10 on the tank, I had to stop and get them top papers. These niggas gon' see me out and act just like they not haters. I had to get it how I'm living, now I'm living well. Cause if you can't make a decent living, then you live in hell. They steady stuntin', I be trying to teach the youngin' something. I got that shit to shake your windows, keep your bumper jumping. Later on I might just hit that venue, see what's on the menu. You tryna flex that shit that's on you, but this shit ain't in you. I'm about to book a trip to Aussie, tell a bitch get off me. Jet black and richer than your coffee, got me feeling saucy. Ain't talking power moves, you lost me, hold my time, be cautious. I'm sliding around my side like hockey, she gon' gag and gawk me. I'm dropping ashes on my slippers, kung fu with my kickers. Cooling in that cut.
I bet you the day I stop doing this message, somebody gonna try and come for me. I ain't got no money. This is all secondhand. This is for the folks that were too busy this week that don't know what the left hand is doing while the right hand is busy. So you already know my opinion and news. That's it. So let's begin. God dang it. Where's my opener? There it is.
Let's get it. Green light, let's get it. Green light, let's get it. Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win. Win. I'm on 10.
What's up? How you doing? As you can see, I'm irritated. I don't know what the hell. Oh, I'm doing some weird shit. I forgot. That's a hotkey for something else too. I got to get that off of there. Anyways, let me hit it again. There we go. And yeah, I'm sorry. I got to fix that. I don't know what that is. But anyways, what's up? How you doing? Hope y'all all happy and shit. I'm about to end that. So let's begin. Hello, motherfucker. Hi. And of course, hello. Anyways, I got some stuff to tell y'all later on when I get some more folks up in here. It's called Project Esther. It's the second phase of Project 2025. I'm gonna tell you exactly what both projects have with us from what Chat GPT and Claude AI, which is supposed to be one of the smartest ones, has to say about what we have in this country. What skin do we have in this game? Anyways, let's begin with the first story. As you will notice, some stories are longer than others because I just don't give a shit about the stories that are shorter. So, anyways, let's begin. And then the smoke got me. So Donald Trump threatens to have The View canceled after co-host Joy Behar, man, my mouth ain't working, says he's jealous of Obama. Personally, I kind of agree with her. Shit, all the shit he's pulling. So during a broadcast of The View, co-host Joy Behar, I don't know, criticized former president and, well, he's not former, unfortunately. I wish that was true. How about this? Current felon, Donald Trump, accusing him of being jealous of Barack Obama and remarking on the January 6th riot. In response, a White House spokesperson labeled Behar an irrelevant loser and suggested her show might be canceled due to low ratings. A claim ABC refuted by highlighting The View's top-rated status for 5 consecutive seasons. Trump's previous criticisms of other shows and his allies' celebration of cancellations reflect ongoing tension between the administration and popular media. The View is currently on hiatus but will return in September. Okay, first of all, I'm not really caring about this shit, but she said what she said, and I agree. This bastard is not one of strong constitute. He's a fucking coward. He just runs with whoever's the strongest, and at the moment, he's talking out his neck because everybody got their foot on his. I don't know what to tell you, but personally, he need to go somewhere. I've come to the conclusion that everything that comes out his mouth, we must translate into the opposite. Because otherwise, you gonna believe it and it's gonna make you look stupid. That's all I gotta say about that. Now, before we move on, you know how I do. I'm gonna do my little commercial. And when we get back, we're gonna get into the fuckery. Because it is what it is. That I can't tell you how much more about it. Damn it. It is what it is. So, I'll be right back after this commercial. And we're gonna get into it.
It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the. It's just me and the fam. Yeah, yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my little Tay-Tay, that's my hype girl, that's my mascot. No one's go for hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with the racks out. Stay inside the house, turned.
Okay, so we're back, and Obama faces uptick in death threats following Trump's treason claim. How stupid are y'all? For real, I thought that after the jackass basically showed that he was a pervert again, that y'all was starting to come to your senses. But apparently anything that comes out this dumbass's mouth, y'all believe. You do realize he is not of God. You understand that, right? Cause I don't know about you, but I was taught God is love. Ain't nothing love come out of that fat, nasty look. I can't stand seeing him talk, honestly. The minute I see that man's mouth move, I am instantly grossed the fuck out. I'm telling you. It's nothing. It's nothing I can handle. It's just disgusting. I can't stand the way he forms his mouth. Anyways, so former President Barack Obama is experiencing a high rise in online death threats and calls for imprisonment following accusations of treason from the Trump administration. You do realize this is the dude that got rid of Osama bin Laden, right? The asshole that was terrorizing everybody for how many years? You do realize he was in that group. He was in the fucking mission room, whatever room they call it. That motherfucker was there in the middle of the night, because I had to take a middle of the night flight to China. Motherfuck. Anyways, let's see. A report from the Global Project Against Hate and Extremism, also called GAPA. I don't know how to say that. I don't know why you would make an acronym like that. That's bullshit. Anyways, it indicates, hey, Joker girl, I got some information for you in a minute. A report from the Global Project Against Hate and Extremism indicates that social media comments demanding Obama's imprisonment or execution surged significantly between July 17th and 20th. Situation room. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, he been in the damn situation room. This is some bullshit right here. Y'all so stupid. God. You ever know that you are at least intelligent so far to the fact that you can recognize an unintelligent person and you just don't understand it? You ever have something stupid turn a smart person stupid with the just trying to understand it? Because that's what's happening here. I don't understand how stupid y'all motherfuckers are. Anyways, the spike coincided with allegations that Obama and his officials manipulated intelligence regarding Russian interference. Everybody knows Putin got you on his tip, you nasty ass turd of a man, Drumpf. Don't do that. You're the reason why there was interference from Russia. You're the reason why this country will mess around and become Russia Part 2 if we fuck around. Comments on platforms like Truth Social, which should be just completely ended, Gab, and Telegram. See, you gotta watch people from Telegram. Saw alarming increases, with some platforms reporting over 1,100% rise in treasonous remarks aimed at Obama. Everything makes me feel unintelligent except the MAGAs. Girl, I don't know what you talking about. Because at this point, these motherfuckers right here, I used to think the stupidest people were from West Virginia and Arkansas. But I'm starting to change my mind now. I just know it's MAGAs. Did you hear they're trying to do, white only areas? I hope they do. I really do. So I know where not the fuck to go. Shit. Anyways, during this period, former president and current felon Trump amplified these claims by sharing an AI-generated video depicting Obama's arrest. That pissed me off. Trump's rhetoric suggested that Obama was involved in a conspiracy to undermine his presidency. Because you ain't got no business being president, dumbass. I don't think he did it, but you really ain't got no business being near anything that has to do with decision making. Calling for the Justice Department to pursue legal actions against him. The GPAHE highlighted that such incendiary and racist comments, especially those fueled by Trump and figures like Director Gobbard, normalize unacceptable language and ideas threatening the fabric of democracy. Real talk, I really thought racism was illegal. I really did. The organization emphasized the need for public acknowledgement and rejection of this rising extremist rhetoric. In response to allegations, a spokesperson for Obama characterized the claims as outrageous and a distraction from more pressing issues, like guarding of pedos. You know what that is, GOP. I don't want them to have a white only area. Think about the FDL areas. You can't leave those people alone with their thoughts. Girl, I was hoping they destroy themselves. Real talk. I was really hoping they destroy themselves. Shit. We can't have a black only spot, Tulsa, Rosewood. Let's talk about Lake Lanier. Shit, when we try to get our own shit together, they don't want us to have it. So let them have it. Honestly, let them have it so they can stay there. They won't leave and we can go ahead with our lives. And if they destroy themselves, good. Just as long as they stay in those areas. I'm happy as long as they stay in those areas. They're not allowed to come out of them, if you ask me. They can go in them areas. We won't go in those areas. They stay in those areas, and maybe they'll fucking like die out. Anyways, what else did he say? It reiterated findings from bipartisan Senate Intelligence Committee report affirming that while Russia sought to influence the 2016 election, there was no successful manipulation of votes. The spokesperson underscored the importance of maintaining respect for the presidency and addressing disinformation. That's all this motherfucker is. I believe he's the devil. I'm starting to think we are in the throes of Armageddon, and this motherfucker is a harbinger. I'm just saying. He really pisses me off. All right, now that I got some folks up here, I was waiting. I need to tell y'all about. So I've been harping about Project 2025, right? Phase 2. I just found out about Phase 2. Project Esther. And this is the insult. They're using a Jewish woman while there's nothing Jewish about this fucking plan. So anyways, Project 2020. And now what I'm about to read y'all is from two, not one, but two AI groups. Claude.ai, which is supposed to, which touts that it's the most scholarly of AI, and then Chat GPT. I'm about to read all this to y'all so y'all know, and please get this word out. I'm gonna cut this off and actually post it on wherever I can, because y'all need to know. Y'all didn't listen to me the last damn time when I talked about Project 2025. Y'all need to hear this shit, because this one's closer to home. So first, we're going to go over what shit Project 2025 does to black folks, because this is a black channel. That's all I got to say. Project 2025 proposes adding a citizenship question to the census, which will likely deter black people and other people of color from participating, weakening the political influence of black communities by undercounting them and suppressing the black vote through threats and intimidation. Project 2025 proposes to dismantle affirmative action, which it already did, weaken anti-discrimination laws, and reduce the enforcement powers of the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, threatening to reverse gains made in employment equity and equal opportunity. Project 2025 will likely increase the use of racially discriminatory death penalty, which is infected with racial bias and rife with wrongful convictions that disproportionately affect Black Americans. In Project 2025's America, states are empowered to pass laws that force the English teacher to educate students on the benefits of slavery or to remove all mentions of race when discussing civil rights icons like Rosa Parks, even though she was not the first one. Project Esther, also created by the Heritage Foundation, is framed as an effort to combat anti-Semitism. Why the fuck? I'm sorry, no offense to Jewish people, but why are we so coddling y'all? There are more races out here than just Jewish. I'm just saying. Anyways, it aims to criminalize pro-Palestinian activism and equates criticism of Israel. Look, y'all made my mama hurt. My mom they showed on news a starving baby boy. The ribs and all, motherfucker. Stop it. Let me go on. Activism equates criticism of Israel with support for terrorism. It lays out plans for surveilling, silencing, and punishing pro-Palestinian activism, including deporting non-U.S. citizens. While Project Esther primarily targets pro-Palestinian activism, it represents a broader pattern of using surveillance and deportation tactics that could set concerning precedents for targeting other forms of political activism dissent. The NAACP and other civil rights organizations have described Project 2025 as a policy proposal that seeks to undermine progress, dismantle democracy, and take us back to times we did not have a vote or a voice. These initiatives represent coordinated efforts that civil rights advocates argue could significantly impact Black Americans' political representation, educational opportunities, and civil rights protections. Project Esther and Project 2025 are very different initiatives. One is faith-based and largely symbolic, while the other is a real coordinated political plan with direct policy consequences. For Black communities, especially those who are low income, alphabet mafia, women, or others marginalized, Project 2025 is far more urgent and potentially dangerous. Here's what you should know about both. I'm sorry if this is taking a minute, but I got to get the word out, y'all. This is another one. This is from one of the other websites. Project 2025 is a far-right political blueprint created by the Heritage Foundation and over 100 conservative organizations. It's designed to reshape the federal government and drastically roll back civil rights, social programs, and progressive policies. If a Republican like Trump wins, yeah, they said from 2024, but let's talk about what's happening. Why black people should be concerned? Well, rollbacks of DEI, we already know that. Voting rights, aggressive voter ID cuts to early voting targeting urban and black majority districts. Social programs, cuts to Medicaid, SNAP, housing assistance. Y'all seeing this. I warned y'all before. The alphabet mafia, they're going to erase them, especially youth and trans individuals. Reproductive rights, we've seen this. Education, ban on critical race theory. Black history and culturally relevant curricula. Policing and incarceration, expansion of federal law enforcement and ICE power. We are seeing this now. Mass deportations and military at the border could affect Afro-Caribbean immigrants. Federal workforce Schedule F employment change lets them fire thousands of government workers, especially those in DEI. I've already told y'all. All right, so let's talk about what fucking Esther is. Project Esther is more symbolic and faith-based, often referenced in Christian quotes contacts about empowering women, especially women of color, to rise into leadership roles for such a time as this, like Queen Esther in the Bible. But this ain't what it is. This ain't what it is. While it's not inherently harmful, be mindful. Religious manipulation used to downplay justice movements, e.g., pray and wait instead of act. Some Esther teachings may be co-opted by right-wing religious circles to justify silence or submission, especially for black women. Always check who is funding or pushing the narrative and empowering it. I'm telling you right damn now. Project Esther and Project 2025 are some problems for us, okay? Project Esther, let me break it down to you, is going to start infiltrating our local governments. They want more right-wing motherfuckers, Christian white nationalists. Now, this is from what I've heard already on the news. They want Christian white nationalists in local government. They want them in the schools. They're going to basically try and get rid of the separation of religion and put God in it. And then they're going to misinterpret the Bible so that we can go back into slavery time. I'm not playing with y'all. We need to know about this. Please go check out Project 2025 and Project Esther. It's phase 2. They already went for federal. Now they're coming for local. Make sure that you vote. Don't let these crazy ass motherfuckers in. Then I told y'all already. They're already trying to do these crazy ass white only areas in all 50 fucking states. Are you serious? Shit, I think you ain't gonna have too many problems with Alaska. Very few people other than the Inuits are over there. But that's what I needed to tell y'all. I'm sorry if that was boring, but I needed y'all to know about Project Esther. This bitch is not funny. And then y'all need to also be trying to figure out ways to, what the hell was that? Something just went in my face. I don't know what it was, but it was interesting. Like I've been saying, they want us to become North Korea, but with slaves. Basically, ma'am, that is exactly what it is. And they're doing it in by the way, y'all, be alert, because September, apparently they trying to block us off from the rest of the world internet wise, so people don't know what the fuck they doing to us before they can go and do it to the world. So we're basically the first stage. Okay, these crazy ass motherfuckers that have decided they gonna pull some Lex Luthor shit. I'm gonna tell you right now, I want them to go into them little areas. Please. I told y'all. I'm sick of these fucking motherfuckers. This is shit. But anyways, That was my TED talk, I guess. We're gonna move on into the news, the next story, but I had to tell y'all about that shit because it has me fucked up. Ever since I heard about Project Esther, I'm gonna go back into this shit. If I gotta pretend to be a white lady, I will, to find out what the hell they doing with this bullshit. We really do have to get out of this crazy place. That's what I'm telling you. That is what I'm telling you. Oh, new story. Oh, wrong button. Wrong button. Next story. I got too many hotkeys. I don't know why I picked that one as a hotkey. All right, this bullshit. Dirty black monkey, white woman launches racist tirade at a grocery store. I don't know what you talking about because honestly, I see more dirty looking. I'm not gonna get into this. Y'all not gonna make me do this. So the Trump administration is wait. I'm up. Okay, here we go. A white woman was removed from a Safeway grocery store in San Francisco after engaging in a racist tirade against black employees and customers. The incident was captured on video, which depicted the woman verbally abusing several individuals within the store. Following her expulsion, she continued her hateful remarks in the parking lot, where the recording further highlighted her offensive language. Just curious, have y'all seen? Oh wait, what the fuck just happened there? I'm not moving the story. What the hell just happened? That's the next story. Damn. Have y'all seen that video where this loud ass Karen won't leave these two kids alone on their porch, and then she comes up on their porch and puts hands and then gets knocked the fuck out? Has anybody seen that video? Where did y'all get the balls to think that you could put your hands on people that ain't a part of your family? When did you think that was okay? We ain't going back. I don't know why y'all still think we are, but we ain't going back. Don't put your hands on people. Anyways, let me continue with this story. In the footage that has since gone viral on Instagram, the woman can be heard using derogatory terms, including racist slurs directed at the black community. She repeatedly yelled phrases such as dirty black monkey and insulted a man who was recording the incident. Her tirade also included offensive comments aimed at other bystanders, demonstrating a blatant disregard for those around her. I approve too. Knocked her clean the fuck out. I was like, about damn time. I couldn't believe the first boy. He was a gentleman. I swear to God, don't you dare. Don't you come near me. And then somebody said something about some of them Asian people over in Africa hitting people with sticks. Don't you dare come at me with aggression and I ain't done shit. Man, we going to war. Fuck you. Anyways, let's see. As the confrontation escalated, a security guard arrived on the scene and requested bystanders to report the woman to the police. However, it remains unclear whether any formal charges were filed against her following the incident. The event underscores ongoing issues of racism and discrimination in public spaces, sparking conversations about accountability and societal behavior. Hey, Joker, I asked you before, and I'm asking again, did you do some research on those crypto so we can see if that's something that black folks can invest in? Let me know. Still waiting. Because we need to make some moves, and not no penny ante moves. We need to make some big moves, because this dumbass about to fuck this country up. All right, moving on. More fuckery. Let me get this bigger so y'all can see it. Oh, good. So we're going to talk about this Wednesday then. I want you to tell me what you need. I can send you my email address if you want. Send me a message to my page and I'm going to talk to you, okay? Because I need to know. Moving on in the fuckery though. I don't think that our bad. It is our bad yet. I need to observe more. Okay. Tell me once you've gotten enough time. Hey. Do what you got to do. We got to make these moves properly because this is not for us. I think we all need to really have our own shit. We need to make an uprising because this bullshit is getting too close. Trump's EPA repeal of climate change rule will result in slow suffocation of black communities. Yeah, I knew that. I'm telling you, I knew that because of the shit the last time he was president. We had so many fucking chemical plants open in Louisiana. It was ridiculous. Thank you. The Trump administration is moving to overturn a critical federal scientific finding that has been instrumental in combating climate change in the U.S. for over 15 years. The initiative is expected to worsen the effects of a warming planet, particularly impacting Black and Brown communities that are vulnerable to environmental harm. The Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, has reportedly drafted a proposal to rescind the 2009 endangerment finding, which scientifically established that greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide and methane pose risk to human health. Of course they do. Just say the words and they're fucked up. The finding has served as a vital tool for limiting climate pollution for various sectors, including vehicles and power plants. There's a lot of power plants down south. The proposed changes from the Trump administration also include repealing limits on tailpipe emission, which are designed to incentivize the production and sale of electric vehicles. The administration argues that real harm to human health comes from long-standing regulations stemming from the endangerment findings, asserting that these regulations raise prices and limit consumers. All right. So there's like 13% of us in this country, right? Can we find a freaking land in the ocean away from all this bullshit? Can we find it and actually, live there? I'm wondering. Asking for a friend, because seriously, this motherfucker about to kill folks. The administration argues that real blah 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 blah. Long-standing regulations. Critics, including Dorian Blithers, a former EPA chief of staff, have condemned this initiative as misguided effort to undermine decades of scientific progress and protect polluters over the public interest, particularly, I hate that word, affecting Black communities facing severe health impacts from air pollution. Look, my mom got COPD. I can't handle this shit. The proposed repeal of the endangerment finding is expected to encounter legal challenges as it represents a significant departure from the Biden administration's climate policies. Would y'all please understand, this world does not run on money. The more you deplete it, the less we gonna have, you dumbasses. What you gonna do when the world ain't nothing but a husk? Fuck these people. Anyways, I don't know what else to tell you, seriously. Let's see. The proposed repeal of endangerment finding. Okay. Former EPA Administrator Michael Reagan had previously emphasized the health risks associated with air pollution, including lead emissions from aircrafts. A 2024 study from Stanford Medicine highlights the urgent need for action, showing that Black Americans are disproportionately affected by air pollution-related health issues. The research indicates that reducing air pollution represents a vital opportunity to address systemic inequities faced by these communities, making the proposed changes by the Trump administration particularly, I hate that word, contentious. This motherfucker trying to kill us all and take people with him. Motherfucker, go. Just take your ass on. We don't need it. Shit. I gotta stop that button. I seriously do. I don't know why I have that button there. Go the fuck away. Shit. There. Damn. All right. Moving on, because I don't have time for this, honestly. They genuinely think they're leaving this planet. That's why they have an obsession with space and travel and need so much money. Mars is not better. It's closer to the sun. Did they not take fucking... Oh my God. Mercury is uninhabitable because it's so close to the Earth, to the sun. Do you think oh boy. We are at the perfect spot, okay? We're not too hot, not too cold. You gonna move to another country, another planet that's too hot? Go for it. Burn your asses. You gonna be the new Black people. How about that? Remember what I told you about the white-only groups? Look at this. Look at this. Arkansas. Look, I met a few people from Arkansas. They the stupidest people I ever met. I'm not saying all people from Arkansas are stupid, but I've met a few, and some of them are the stupidest motherfuckers I ever met. And I've met a few people from West Virginia, and some of them are the stupidest motherfuckers I've ever met. So, white nationalist group called Return to the Land. Whose land? If you're going to return the land, you got to go to Europe. You got to go back to Europe. Anyways, has established a private whites-only community in Arkansas and aims to expand across the United States. Founded in 2023, RTTL, let's just call it Ratfink, is a membership association for individuals and traditional views and European ancestry. And there's your key word, European. This isn't Europe. Go to Europe then, you jackasses. European ancestry operating in 160-acre community in the Ozarks that excludes various marginalized groups. The organization was grown to hundreds of members globally and plans to develop. Please go and don't ever come out of there again. We don't want none of your shit. Additional communities in states such as Ohio, Oklahoma, and Illinois emphasize the desire for white Americans to live among like-minded individuals. We just want to know who the Rosses are, okay? So go ahead. And likening their community's exclusivity to personal choice about who to invite into one's home. Dude, go ahead. That's going to be the whitest place in the world. And guess what? I don't want to be there. Have fun. I hope the sun baked the shit out y'all. Because honestly, I don't understand how you going to return to the land when you just said European. I told you it's fuckery. It's fuckery. And here we go. New reports confirms Black women still the least supported at work. Yeah, but we always have the most fucking work put on us too. So, a recent report from McKinsey and Company and leanin.org reveals a troubling reality. Black women remain the most under-resourced group within American corporations despite years of promises for equity and inclusion. The report highlights a stagnant environment where Black women face significant barriers to advancement. A concerning finding shows that only 25% of Black women have senior sponsors who actively advocate to their professional growth, which is crucial for career progression. The absence of such support leads to missed opportunities for promotions and influential roles, creating a cycle that stifles their advancement compared to their peers. Oh, Lord. The report further details the unique challenges Black women encounter when they do achieve managerial or executive positions. They are often subjected to microaggression and skepticism regarding their decisions, which can undermine their expertise and make them feel like they do not belong despite delivering excellent results. Many Black women report feeling that their presence is questioned and they must constantly prove their right to participate in crucial discussions. This pervasive atmosphere of doubt contributes to a feeling of invisibility and transience that negatively impacts their workplace experience. Before I go any further, I'm going to have to play devil's advocate. I'm a Black woman, yes, but I have also ran into a few Black women in managerial places where they feel that any other Black woman is a threat to them. They don't even know what your goal is and they want to hold you back. That crab mentality. I've met at least two of these bitches. One of them was determined to keep me in a fucking part-time position when the panorama was going on. I shouldn't have been there. I should have been locked down. But that bitch had me coming there anyways. Then tried to make me not evacuate, but her ass evacuated when the hurricane came. Okay? That's some bullshit. Right? I'm like one of the only Black women under her. But she doing that. Told me she was going to tell me when there was a full-time job available. Never let me know. Never let me go past her. So we can't always say some of these motherfuckers, They make their bed and they lie in that bitch and they happy with what they got. They don't want to go any further. So that's my devil advocate moment right there with that. Anyways, the need for systemic change, that's what we need. The study underscores a stark contrast between the aspirations of Black women and their actual representation in leadership roles. While over 80% aspired to senior leadership, less than 4% reached the C-suite, an issue rooted in organizational structure rather than personal capability. The report calls for meaningful changes in corporate culture, including genuinely listening to Black women, redefine measures of success, and establish pathways for their growth. It emphasizes that advocating for equity could not carry social repercussions and that workplaces must transform to genuinely support Black women. The findings serve as a critical reminder for real change is necessary to create an environment where Black women can thrive and take part in decision-making processes. But you got to have the right ones in there. I'm not even going to play around with that one. You got to have the right ones in there because you get them ignorant ass crab mentality bitches and ain't nobody moving. All right, I don't know about y'all, but have y'all heard about this boycott apparently of black braiding businesses and apparently not black braiding, African restaurants? I don't know. I really don't like African food in my opinion because not all. Some of it's delicious, but I can't stand fufu. I'm sorry, that shit is disgusting for me. If you like it, great, but I hate fufu. Just like I hate natto in Japan. That's some nasty ass shit right there. Certain things I just can't open up to. But some of that stew is good. It is. I wouldn't cook it, but I'll eat it. Anyways, let's talk about that though, because I've been hearing a lot about it. So let's talk about it because I want to know what's up. And they got some crazy ass people. Yes, I've been hearing about this boycott. They got some crazy ass people up here too. I will say this much. I haven't had experience with some of the African braiding places. That heifer told me to be there at 9. She didn't get there till 11, y'all. This was for my 25th birthday and my graduation of my first bachelor's degree, okay? This heifer had me in there from 11 o'clock to 9 p.m. because she kept stopping to talk on the phone. Then she took damn near an hour to eat. Girl, and then she told me that the hairstyle, I got faux locks, the silky locks. Yeah, I know how to do those now because I watched her do it. She said them bitches won't stay in my hair for about 3 months. They started coming out within the month. I started putting them back because I watched how she did it. So I kind of understand, but that was just me. I wasn't going to boycott all of them because I've had African women braid my hair overseas and they have done a great job. Some of them, not all of them. But let's see what this shit is about here. Some Black Americans are so fed up with African braid shops, they're planning a what? So a proposed boycott of African braiding salons set to begin August 1st. I'm not doing that. That's my mama's birthday. I'm not boycotting shit on my mama's birthday. Has sparked a debate within the Black community. The boycott, initiated due to perceived disrespect from salon owners and a call to leverage Black dollar power, has led to discussions about xenophobia and divisions between African Americans and African communities, while also prompting counter arguments emphasizing unity and support of African-owned businesses. Look, god dang it. Right now, I'm too busy trying to support Black people. I ain't got time to be supporting African, okay? When I get money, maybe I can support y'all, but I'm just trying to push up my brothers and sisters out here. The motherfuckers y'all didn't come back to get, okay? I ain't got no damn problem going to these stores and stuff, but I'm telling you where I stand, okay? If you got a good price, I might check you out. But if you're going to disrespect me, shit, I ain't coming back. I don't care who the hell you are. So, here's the origins of the boycott. African braiding salons have historically been primary destinations for protective styles within Black neighborhoods. Not me. Most of my Black people that have braided my hair were Black. They weren't African. They were Black. The only reason I went to Africans overseas was because I was overseas. I won't boycott nobody willing to do my hair right now. I know. Okay, so they said, despite their convenience, some Black women are reporting a growing sense of disrespect during their appointments, leading to frustration. I go to Black people. I've never really, when I'm in the U.S., I go to Black people. I go to old girl down the street. I go to old girl's niece that be trying to make a few extra bucks. I don't really go to, I've never really, the only time I had went somewhere like that was when I was in Houston and I didn't know someone who did that hairstyle. I got micros and I went to the hood to get that done. Shit, she made me go home and come back. Damn, that took a long time. Never again. But apparently they're getting pissed off, and now Africans are getting pissed off. One lady done lost her fucking job because she's sitting up there telling Africans and other people that came here to basically fuck black folks, don't help us at all. Look, if they don't want to give you their fucking money, that's their damn business. You can't hurt everybody because of that shit. But here's the thing. If you say that, people who actually were going to come to your store might be like, fuck you. Just because I'm not a part of the group don't mean I'm not skin people, man. Kin people, skin people. Some folks, because I promise you, unless I know that motherfucker's a Byron Donalds or whoever that other dumbass is that's always simping for the orange turd, I'ma support you, but once I realize that you being an asshole to my base group, then I got to be an asshole to you. So I'm just saying this shit ain't gonna end well. Apparently, the girl that responded to this boycott has been fired. I'm just saying, and got a lot of motherfuckers pissed off. As the boycott spread, it generated both backlash and comedic responses. Some users humorously pushed back against the boycott, highlighting the convenience and accessibility offered by African salons that black-owned salons might not provide. Look, I've only gone, yeah, Uncle Tim Scott, yeah, that bitch. That motherfucking simp, he's still sniffing that motherfucker's ass. You see, this is why I only do this twice a week, because I get really irritated. Anyways, one creator made a relevant point about the selective accountability, questioning why some would boycott African salons, but still shop at places like Lululemon, whose founder reportedly doesn't like black people. I don't know what Lululemon is. Apparently, it's some fucking spandex. I don't go there. I ain't buying no damn expensive ass spandex. Why? I know I got hips and all that shit. What's the point of that? Motherfuckers, you done lost your damn mind if you think, look, I'm not a part of this. Because honestly, I don't go to the, I went to one when I got up here because most of the hair stores down south are owned by Asian people. I still haven't figured that one out. I've actually asked them. They never tell me why. I'm like, how the hell you have this store and your hair ain't like mine? Seriously. But, for real, I honestly never had in the U.S. willingly, when I had access to other people, have I ever gone to a black African salon. I really haven't. I usually go to just black girl salons. My hair's a hot mess, okay? I have whatever the hell they call mixed whatever, and yeah, you ain't gonna be fucking my hair up. But I had a good relationship with this Nigerian woman when I was in Korea, so I really don't understand. Either way, I have no bone in this fight. So it is what it is. But I'm not boycotting shit on my mama's birthday. I'm too busy trying to please her. But let me see. What's the next story? So we can see. Ooh. Okay, let me see. Ooh, yeah. It's time. It's time for play stupid games, win stupid prizes. That's what time it is. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah. It's that time. Y'all get ready. It's time. Let me go ahead and get it up here. I'm sorry it's later than usual, but I had to tell y'all about Project Esther. So, here we go. What? Wrong one. There you go.
I don't want the second, I want this. I'm all in my head, way I'm a wreck. I've been moving like a hot mess.
Look. My girl Ayana is sick of y'all motherfuckers playing around with this damn outrage. We need to sustain. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna be mad for a while. I got enough anger in me, okay? I got generational anger. So I can stay upset for a while, okay? I can hold a grudge. So Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley has expressed her frustration over the diminishing commitment to DEI initiatives amidst efforts by felon Donald Trump to dismantle such policies. She highlights the lack of sustained outrage regarding the impact of these rollbacks on Black communities, emphasizing that the fight for Black liberation requires long-term dedication rather than sporadic interest. Presley recently introduced the Equity in Government Act to restore DEI measures that had been advanced during the Biden administration, reflecting her concern of the rollback of civil rights protections and the negative effects on Black Americans. Under Trump's administration, significant cuts to federal programs have disproportionately affected Black Americans, particularly in areas such as Medicaid and nutrition assistance. These changes have led to the closure of agencies focused on expanding Black entrepreneurship and addressing systemic racial disparities. Presley and other Black lawmakers have been vocal about the rapid dismantling of programs designed to address historical injustices faced by Black Americans, with the loss of progress made during the previous administration being particularly distressing. This fucking word is distressing for me. I hate that damn word. Presley urges allies to speak out more forcefully against the anti-Black, what the hell you think I'm doing? Anti-Blackness, and to recognize that struggle for racial equity is ongoing. She underscores the need for sustained outrage and commitment to these issues. I've been sustaining this shit for what? 2-3 years now. Rather than fleeting attention tied to social media trends. Drawing on the wisdom of civil rights leaders, she emphasizes the importance of continuous advocacy and the necessity of fighting to both preserve and expand gains made in the pursuit of justice for Black communities. Look, my damn crowd is very small, but I still get up here on Wednesdays and Sundays and tell y'all what the fuck these crazy ass people are doing to our community. And damn it, every story I tell y'all is something that'll either make you laugh or have you thinking, damn it. Woo! No, she didn't. I can sustain, lady. I got enough. So, Governor Wes Moore vows legal action after Trump denies flood aid. This is not a president. This is a child. Somebody gave this child a toy, an ugly ass child at that. Maryland Governor Wes Moore has announced his intention to take legal actions against felon Donald Trump after the denial of federal disaster assistance to the state following severe floods. Hey, real talk, this thing keeps telling me former president. Seriously, I'm using AI and it keeps telling me former president. Anyways, after the denial of federal disaster assistance to the state following severe floods in May, Moore described the rejection of aid from FEMA as an insult to Maryland residents who are still grappling with the aftermath of the disaster. He criticized the Trump administration for claiming that Maryland's request for aid was not warranted, despite the state meeting FEMA's established criteria. Man, you better go get a damn certified letter for that motherfucker, because they will change that shit real quick. The decision to deny aid to Maryland has been met with significant backlash, particularly given that the Trump administration has previously approved disaster assistance for Republican-led states such as Texas and Kentucky. Critics, including former FEMA officials, have pointed out a pattern where requests for Democratic states, including Maryland, California, North Carolina, and Washington, have been rejected. That is not how you're supposed to do that, you dumbass. That is not the job of the president. You are, he's a bitch. He's a bitch, damn it. This raises concerns about the potential political motivation behind the administration's decision, as highlighted by the contrast in response to disasters based on political alignment. I don't get why they didn't already know this motherfucker was going to act a damn fool. He said he was going to do it, and y'all still voted for this dumbass. Despite the denial of federal assistance, Governor Moore has stated that Maryland will continue to its recovery efforts using the state's disaster recovery fund. He emphasized that the importance of supporting the community during the challenging time. That's what a politician is supposed to be right here. Asserting that the focus should remain on the welfare of the people rather than political issues. Moore's commitment is to ensure that no one is left behind, showcasing a dedication to the residents of Maryland amidst the federal government's refusal to provide aid. This is what a fucking politician is. But all we got is a bunch of dumbasses in the office. God damn, are they from Arkansas? Seriously, I want to know. White jail employee suspended after holding a nigger beater bat in the video. No, he didn't give it a fucking name. Bitch. A white employee at the Allegheny County Jail, ACJ, in Pittsburgh has been suspended following the emergence of a viral video. The video featured Brian Davis, who has worked at the jail since 2018, holding a baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire with a racial slur etched onto it. You need your ass whooped with that bat. That's what you need. This incident has sparked public outrage, particularly, I hate that word, from community members and organizations advocating for racial justice. Tanisha Long, an organizer with the Abolitionist Law Center, expressed deep concern over the implications of the video and the potential past behavior of Davis. She emphasized the need for thorough investigation into this interaction with Black inmates who constitute approximately, this is ridiculous, 67% of this jail's population. Long comments highlight the broader issues of racism and the importance of holding jail staff accountable for their actions. This is bullshit, dude. Why does he have that bat? In response to the incident, the ACJ administration, led by Warden Wingard, affirmed this motherfucker should not be suspended. He should be fired. Affirmed their commitment to professionalism and zero tolerance for racist behavior among employees. They announced that an investigation is underway regarding the situation. Additionally, I'm not saying that damn county's name. The county council member, Bethany Hollum, criticized the video and expressed disappointment that someone with such views was responsible for the safety of inmates, underscoring the need for transparency and accountability in the jail system. Somebody need to take his ass to jail and beat him with that fucking bat. How about that, motherfucker? Asshole. Moving on. White influencers ponder why Black Christians aren't deceived by Trump and get an earful. Because we're actual people that believe in God. And God means love. And nothing out this man's mouth has been love. A white Christian influencer pondered why Black Christians largely reject Trump, unlike many white Christians. There's a good chance your white Christians are racist. I'm just saying. And received numerous responses. The prevailing explanation from Black Instagram users was that Black America recognizes Trump's alignment with white supremacy due to their historical experience with racism, unlike some white evangelicals who are perceived as using faith to mask this agenda. While acknowledging a few Black Trump supporters, the article highlighted that Trump's divisive impact across all communities. I'm telling you right now, he's the devil, and most of us recognize that shit. How about that? I told you I changed the length of some of these stories. I don't fucking care why these dumbasses fall for this asshole. You the one that asked the stupid ass question. Now this shit right here, I don't know why he waited so long. So, Oregon Black man detainment by white horse riding vigilantes sparks fears of terrifying trends. I think they have an illness. They often fall for cult leaders. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Shoot. I side-eyed. You know how many pastors I've side-eyed at Black churches? I'm sitting up here like, why you got a gold tooth? Why you got a different wife after being here only 2 years? Why you pointing out these people when they just got to go to the bathroom? So no, don't think we just sit up there and worship our leaders either. Oh no, they on the damn skillet too, bastards. So Trey Parker, oh wait, no, that's the wrong story. Did I not get it? Okay, here we go. A Black man was allegedly racially profiled and detained by armed white vigilantes of the Lane County Sheriff's Mounted Posse in Oregon in 2023. Why did you wait so long? Leading to a civil rights lawsuit against the group for false arrest, excessive force, and other violations. You bastards really wanted to be like slave hunters, huh? The incident has drawn comparisons to the historical context of vigilante groups in Oregon, highlighting concerns about the authority and actions of such volunteer groups. So basically, in July 2023, Kev Hill, a Black man, was visiting his friends in Eugene, Oregon, and attended the Lane County Fair. Around 9:30 p.m., two men later identified as members of the Lane County Sheriff's Mounted Posse began following Hill, pointing flashlights at him and demanding to speak with him without identifying themselves. Bitch, I'd have scared the shit out your horse and sent you going. These mounted posse members are deputized by the county sheriff office but are not authorized to detain people or make arrests. According to the lawsuit filed on July 22nd, the two mounted posse members chased, tackled, and forced Hill face down to the ground, kneeling on his back and refusing to let him sit up for several minutes. Hill reportedly gasped for air and stated he could not breathe. The assault continued until witnesses, including Hill's friend's mother, demanded they stop the assault and began recording the incident on their phones, at which the defendant, Steve Egeret, removed his knee from Hill's back. Bitch, you should have never done it in the first place. The civilian volunteer, whose primary role that day was to help with parking cars, bitch, had been informed that Hill was not a suspect in a affair-related shooting and that the authorities did not want him detained. Adding to the injustice, county dispatch records identified the actual suspect as a white man wearing a red hat. Red hat. The Lane County Sheriff's Mounted Posse is facing a civil rights lawsuit for alleged racial profiling. The lawsuit accused... Why the fuck is it that you give some people fucking any bit of fucking power and they lose their fucking mind? What the hell? Your ass been here before and you need to go back where you came from. The lawsuit accuses the Lane County Sheriff's Mounted Posse, Sergeant Levi McKinney, volunteers Steve Egeret and Byron, and an unidentified security guard of false arrest, excessive use of force, assault, and battery, negligence, and violation of the state's bias crime law. The Lane County District Attorney declined to pursue any charges in the case. However, the FBI is reportedly investigating possible criminal civil rights violations related to the incident. Bitch, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, because I probably would have lost my shit. Okay? I probably would have literally lost my shit. You done lost your damn mind if you think I'm going to put up with this bullshit. And that is it for playing stupid games and winning stupid prizes. Because guess what? It's time for education. I'm about to learn, y'all. It's time for the week in education. And it's also, we're going to learn some facts about some black folks you probably didn't learn about in school. I'm just letting you know right now. So if that's not what you here for, move around. Because we about to get educational in this bitch. That's all I gotta say, because, like I said, this motherfucker gonna sit up there and try and get rid of us. I'm gonna keep talking about us. Damn it. That's one of those moments where I'm feeling myself. Damn it. Let me get this damn emotion right, because we about to learn some shit. All right, y'all. I'll be right back. I have no hotkey for this fucking thing. I can't believe that. Yeah, where is it? There we go.
Yo, it's so many, hey, it's so many, yo, it's so many, it's so many lies. Look at my, I know I'm the truth, you know that. Knocking them down every time I step in the booth. We ain't got a lie, they know we the vibe, we living in proof. It's young conscious, shoot my life a movie, I live in a spoof. Ain't no sticking around, I'm on the move, I'm checking the dudes. Yeah, it's only us two, so you know we copping that cool. We on the roof, smoking dope, look at the view. Yeah, we used to chill on the stoop, now we out here breaking the news. It ain't shit.
All right, y'all, I'm back. Little known Black history fact about Rebecca Lee Crumpler. Rebecca Lee Crumpler is recognized as the first African-American woman to become a physician in the United States, although this claim has faced some debate among historians. Born on February 8, 1831 in Christiana, Delaware, did not know there was a place called that. She was raised in Pennsylvania by her aunt, who inspired her through her care for the sick. Crumpler later moved to Charleston, Massachusetts, where she attended private school and married Wyatt Lee in 1852. During a time when health care for poor African Americans was severely lacking, she worked as a nurse, gaining experience that would serve her well in her future medical career. Crumpler's determination led her to the New England Female Medical College in 1860, where she became a trailblazer by being accepted despite significant opposition. Her studies were interrupted by the Civil War and following her husband's death in 1863. She faced additional challenges. However, with support from abolitionist Benjamin Wade, she returned to school and completed her degree in 1864, making her the first African American woman to earn a Doctor of Medicine degree. The same year, she married Arthur Crumpler and began her medical practice in the Boston area, focusing on serving impoverished African American families, especially women and children. Crumpler's contributions to medicine are documented in her 1883 publication, A Book of Medical Discourses, which is notable for being one of the first medical texts authored by an African American. Her experiences in medicine were deeply influenced by her upbringing and particularly her aunt's compassion after working with the Freedmen's Bureau in Richmond, Virginia. She returned to Boston and continued her practice. Rebecca Lee Crumpler passed away on March 9th, 1895, and her legacy endures through the Boston Women's Heritage Trail and the Rebecca Lee Society, founded in 1989 to honor the achievements of Black women physicians. There you go, god dang it. But yet, we're monkeys. We're stupid. We don't know what the hell. We're in my ass, god dang it. Y'all get on my last nerves with that bullshit. Well, that's a little well-known stuff. Now we're going to talk about what happened this week in Black history. Let's check that out. How about that? Motherfuckers get on my damn nerves. Yes, they do. All right, hold on. Here we go. All right.
Emotional content.
July 23rd, 1900, the first Pan-African Conference took place in London, England. Black people from throughout the world gathered to plot strategies for bringing about rights for all people of African ancestry, independence from the colonialism for African countries, and international Black unity. This conference was the precursor of all subsequent Pan-African Congresses. Among the most prominent names present in 1900s were African-American activist and intellectual W.E.B. Du Bois and West Indian lawyer H. Sylvester Williams. Who is this white man here? In 1948, the Progressive Party convention begins in Philadelphia. The convention nominates Henry Wallace for president, and he makes the strongest showing of virtually a third-party candidate in American history. More than 150 Black people were at the convention, and dozens ran for office on the Progressive Party's ticket. They were attracted by the party's call for an end to segregation, full voting rights for Black people, and universal government-sponsored health insurance. If you hear me say Black people, it actually says blacks. The party was populated mainly by liberals and leftists. Wallace's candidacy was even endorsed by the then relatively strong American Communist Party. The party came under vicious attack during the anti-communist hysteria of the 1950s, but positions taken by the Progressive Party forced the Democratic Party to adopt meaningful changes in order to hold on to the Black vote. In 1984, the first Black Miss America, Vanessa Williams, is forced to give up her crown as a result of the discovery of some actually explicit photographs. She was replaced by the first runner-up, another African American, Suzette Charles. Williams bounced back, however, and became a successful singer and actress. Can she really be considered the first Black since she was mixed? She's mixed? I don't know. I'm just asking. I know this picture. I drew this picture. July 24th, 1951, Anthony or Antonio Johnson, a free Black man who purchased freedom for himself and his wife, is awarded 250 acres of land in Northampton, Virginia. Johnson first was among the first group of 20 Black influential indentured servants brought to America in 1619. Indentured servitude was a form of slavery which allowed the person to either work for or purchase his freedom. After becoming free, Johnson became the first wealthy Black person in America. He even purchased 5 indentured servants of his own. He probably picked up the name Johnson from his original owner, but in official records from the period, he is simply referred to as Antonio the Negro. That's fucked up, man. Sorry, friend. Phone call. No problem. Let's see here now. 1802, famed French writer Alexandre Dumas is born. He was the product of French general and a light-complexioned Black Haitian woman. Dumas would go on to become one of the world's greatest and most prolific writers. He is best known for his classics such as The Three Musketeers and The Count of Monte Cristo. His Blackness caused him some problems in French society, but by and large, his fame and the money from his books enabled him to live an extravagant lifestyle. Yeah, I was told money talks and bullshit walks. In 1904, this is the day it is believed that actor Ira Aldridge was born in Africa. He would come to America, learn English and German, and develop into one of the world's most accomplished Shakespearean actors. He played the role of Moor Othello on many occasions. I bet he did. Ugh. July 25th, 1916, the black inventor of America's first gas mask, Garrett T. Morgan, made national headlines on this day when he and a team of volunteers used this invention to rescue 32 workers trapped in a gas-filled tunnel 250 feet under Lake Erie. Morgan called this device the Morgan Safety Hood and Smoke Protector, but it has become known simply as the gas mask. Morgan also invented America's first traffic light. He was born in 1877 and did most of his inventing in Cleveland, Ohio, and died in 1963. Damn. In this 1950s photo released by the National Archives, men included in a syphilis study posed for a photo in Tuskegee, Alabama. That's horrible. That's horrible. In 1972, faced with possible exposure by the media, the federal government, specifically the U.S. Public Health Service, finally acknowledges its involvement in the horrific and immoral Tuskegee syphilis experiment. During the experiment, 399 black men, mostly poor sharecroppers from Alabama, were led to believe they were being treated for syphilis, while the doctors and nurses involved, some of them African American, were actually fooling the men with fake medicines in order to discover the long-term effects of syphilis on the human body. The experiment lasted from 1932 to the time it was exposed in 1972. That's disgusting. Finally, on May 16, 1997, President Clinton issued an official apology to the 8 surviving members of the experiment, saying the United States government did something that was wrong, deeply, profoundly, morally wrong, and clearly racist. You got dang right. July 26th, this dapper gentleman in 1847 is President Joseph. Wait a minute. Sorry, not him. President Joseph J. Roberts declares the West African nation of Liberia an independent republic. Oh, maybe it is. The nation was primarily founded by U.S. slaves returning to Africa. Roberts himself was born in Virginia. 3 factors were behind the founding of Liberia beginning around 1821. Free black people were coming under increasing discrimination in America. Pro-slavery forces felt the presence of free black people would encourage rebellion within the slave population, and friendly white people, like those in American Colonization Society, ACS, felt black people would never be treated fairly in America and should return to Africa. The ACS helped more than 13,000 black people return to Africa, and most going to Liberia. They probably knew where the hell they were going if they didn't. In 1926, the NAACP awards its prestigious Spring Guard Medal to Carter G. Woodson for his work in Black history. Indeed, Woodson became known as the father of Black history. The historian, author, and journalist founded Negro History Week, the precursor to today's Black History Month. You could have picked another month, sir. Woodson felt knowing true black history would be an inspiration to people of African ancestry. He once wrote, "Those who have no record of what their forebears have accomplished lose the inspiration which comes from the teaching of biography and history." I believe it. And on July 27, 1919, the infamous Chicago race riot of 1919 begins. It would last for several days and require 60,000 National Guardsmen to put it down. The Chicago disturbance was the bloodiest of 25 race riots which took place in cities throughout the country. In fact, the summer of 1919 became known as the Red Summer because of the widespread number of racial conflicts. In Chicago, the rioting was started by white gangs harassing the large number of black people who had moved to the city for wartime jobs created by World War I. In addition to harassing and beating black people, the white gangs invented drive-by pew-pews. It wasn't us, you assholes. as they drove through black neighborhoods firing rifles and pistols. Young black people formed mobs of their own and began retaliating. When it was all over, 15 white people and 23 black people were dead. More than 500 people had been injured and another 1,000 left homeless. You jackasses. All of this because you can't leave people alone. I don't understand that shit. If I ain't fucking with you, why you gotta come fuck with me? Like my little button says, do no harm but take no shit. July 28th, 1868, the 14th Amendment of the United States Constitution is ratified, formally making former black slave citizens of the United States. Many scholars consider this the most important amendment to the Constitution. In addition to making black people citizens, it contains both the Due Process Clause of the Equal Protection Clause. The clauses have been used to guarantee a wide range of rights for all U.S. citizens. The 14th Amendment was passed in part to overturn the Black Codes being adopted in many southern states after the Civil War. The Black Codes were an attempt to give black officials second-class status in America by, among other things, limiting their rights to vote, sue a white person, or testify in court. In 1915, United States Marines began their first occupation of Haiti. The official justification was the disturbance of the predominantly black island might allow Germany's Adolf Hitler to infiltrate troops in the Americas. But the U.S. invasion was driven in large measure by a desire to put down a popular rebellion which threatened the rule of Haiti's dictator and American business interests. More than 2,000 Haitians were unalived in the early weeks of the occupation, which did not end until August 1934. See, you can't leave people the fuck alone. In 1917, the NAACP organizes an 8,000-person strong silent march down New York's Fifth Avenue to protest lynching and other brutalities against African Americans. The marchers were particularly outraged by the July 2nd, 1917 massacre of black people in East St. Louis, Illinois. President Woodrow Wilson, considered by many black people to be racist, had taken America into World War I under the theme of making the world safe for democracy. Many of the marchers carried signs reading, Mr. President, why not make America safe for democracy? That's what I've been trying to figure out. Why don't we work on America first? Shit. Who's this man? 2009, the death of the flamboyant Reverend Ike is announced at his height in the mid-1970s. Frederick J. Carter, woo, that's a name, reached an estimate 2.5 million African Americans with his New York-based spiritual and financial betterment radio program. However, critics often described him as a hustler and a scoundrel who exploited poor black people by selling healings and prayer cloths. He died in California, but was born in Ridgeland, South Carolina. He does look like a hustler. He does. July 29th, this dude looked like he ready to go. 1870, pioneering boxer George Dixon is born in Nova Scotia, Canada. Little is known today, but Dixon had an absolutely amazing boxing career. He pioneered much of the modern boxing, including training techniques such as the suspended punching bag and shadow boxing. He was the first black person to win a boxing world title. Dixon was known as Little Chocolate because he stood only 5'3" and weighed around 90 pounds. Despite his diminutive size, he won 78 fights, 30 by knockout. I bet you they took him for granted, I bet you. He was known for his lightning fast speed. Dixon died in New York in 1909. He was buried in Boston, Massachusetts. He didn't live that long. Seriously, he did not. That's kind of sad. And that is it for the news and history. So now we're going to move on to some good news. Now, I don't have the thing for it, but I do have what I want to complain about. So let's talk about it. Have y'all seen South Park? I went specifically to look for that damn episode, and it was great. I watched it. I think I could have watched it again if I had time. So let me tell you about it. So apparently, where is it? Because I want to talk about this shit right here. I did the picture, but I guess I didn't save it like I thought. But let's talk about it. Trey Parker, co-creator of South Park, offered a brief and deadpan response to the White House criticism regarding the show's season premiere, which depicted a naked President Donald Trump in bed with Satan. During a panel, I think he is Satan personally. During a panel at San Diego Comic-Con International, Parker acknowledged the backlash with a simple apology followed by a long stare, highlighting his typical comedic style. The White House has previously issued a statement dismissing the show's relevance, asserting that it was desperate for attention and criticizing its lack of innovative ideas. I don't know about you, but that was the best episode I've seen in a while. The premiere episode also took a jab at Paramount over its recent settlement with Trump, just as Parker and his partner Matt Stone secured a substantial 5-year deal with the company for new episodes and streaming rights. The deal, valued at $1.5 billion, was mentioned in the context of a storyline where Trump sued South Park over the presence of Jesus Christ in the town's elementary school. This satirical narrative included a reference to the cancellation of Stephen Colbert's Late Show, which I do like to watch, by CBS, drawing a parallel to the financial decision made by Paramount regarding its programming. Parker emphasized the unique efficiency of South Park's production, which allows the series to remain timely and relevant in the ever-changing landscape of current events. Our current events shouldn't be this damn much at all. I have Trump fatigue. How about that? I have MAGA fatigue. I'm so sick of y'all assholes. I don't know what to do. I'm tired of y'all. Y'all are annoying, and you're not very smart. And a lot of you are very unattractive. I just really want y'all to know that. Y'all are very unattractive. I could really use it if y'all would just stay off of the internet and camming up. Because damn, y'all are ugly. I don't like looking at ugly shit. Shit, man. I'm just saying. I don't. It's not fun. But, yeah. All I can say is I hope he keeps doing it. Let me see here now. Yeah. 27 seasons. I'm happy for it. Keep it going. This motherfucker needs to know we sick of his bullshit. Y'all motherfuckers fucked up when you let him get those lawsuits and you just settled, dumbasses. You don't let a dumbass kid get away with shit because then they think they can do it again. But anyways, now it's time for some good news. Let's check that out. How about that? Mother who pew-pewed her home intruder in self-defense won't be charged. Why should she be charged? That's what I want to know. A Memphis mother will not face charges after she pew-pewed an intruder during a break-in at her home. While video footage reveals the mother, who has not been identified, attempted to communicate with the 3 intruders, requesting them to leave and informing them that her children were present, the situation escalated when she opened fire on one of the intruders, 21-year-old Kimari Burnman, who was later found in critical condition following the situation. The other 2 intruders, 21-year-old Nala Kelly and 22-year-old Dewan Payne, were also arrested and charged in connection with the break-in. All 3 suspects face charges of aggravated burglary. While Burnman and Kelly are additionally charged with misdemeanor vandalism, the Shelby County Sheriff's Office reported the police responded to the scene following reports of a pew-pew and discovered Burnman with a gunshot wound. Investigators believe the incident was domestic in nature. No, it wasn't. Authorities concluded that the mother acted in self-defense, as Tennessee law allows the use of deadly force to protect one's home. Defense attorney Brandon Hall noted that the law presumes a threat when intruders enter a residence, even if they are unarmed. This legal context provides justification for the mother's actions during the frightening encounter, and I applaud her ass. No, she shouldn't have been charged. She was protecting our home. She didn't invite them motherfuckers in. They came in. Shit. I would have got him in the ass, both of them. But anyways, more good news. Check this out.
Emotional content.
Press room. Black church and black press unite to empower Black America. We need to. On July 25th in Nashville, Tennessee, a significant coalition of Black faith organizations and National Newspaper Publishers Association, NNPA, announced a strategic partnership aimed at addressing systemic disparities affecting African American communities across the nation. The initiative is spearheaded by prominent leaders including Dr. Boyce Kimber, Bishop J. Drew Sheard, Dr. Samuel Tolbert, and Dr. Benjamin F. Chavez Jr. They emphasize the strength of unity and the power of collective voice in confronting long-standing inequities in areas such as healthcare, education, criminal justice, and economic opportunity. The leaders aim to consolidate efforts and present a unified front to tackle these challenges. The coalition has outlined 5 core initiatives to guide efforts. First, to shape a unified national narrative that counters harmful stereotypes and highlights stores of Black resilience. Second, to mobilize faith-based and media networks for advocacy and outreach to address community disparities. Third, to hold corporate America accountable for reinvesting responsibly in Black communities. Fourth, to empower the next generation by reclaiming narratives by fostering education and leadership. And fifth, to ensure the elected officials align their policies with interests of Black community. This strategic alignment is portrayed as a vital step toward igniting a movement for change. The coalition invites a diverse group of stakeholders, including faith leaders, media professionals, community organizers, and concerned citizens, to participate in this movement for unity, justice, and progress. The leaders assert that when the Black church and Black media collaborate and act as one, they can effectively shift narratives and demand attention to the needs of rights of African American communities. This partnership represents not just a symbolic gesture, but a dedicated effort to bring about meaningful changes and accountability within society. All right, and that is it for the good news. We're about to go ahead and move into celebrity news. So let me go ahead and give you my commercial, and we'll be right back. Oh boy, yeah, that commercial, because I'm not a fan of celebrities. I really am not. I'm not a fan of super rich people either.
It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the. It's just me and the fam. Yeah, yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my little Tay, that's my hype girl, that's my mascot. No one's go for hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with them racks out. Stay inside the house, turned.
All right, we back, and here's the celebrity news for y'all. The life, times, and villain era of soul legend Bobby Womack. For some reason, every time I see all those O's and the B's, I think Bobby. Anyways, Bobby Womack, a prominent singer, songwriter, and musician, rose from a gospel group with his brothers in Cleveland, Ohio, to an R&B star under Sam Cooke's mentorship. Give me a second. Despite career challenges, including controversial personal choices and struggles with substance abuse, he achieved significant success, earned a Grammy nomination, and was inducted in Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, leaving a lasting legacy over 6 decades. Bobby Womack was born March 4th, 1944 in Cleveland, Ohio. His parents were Naomi Womack, a church organist, and Friendly Womack, a steel worker and musician. Bobby was the third of 5 boys whom their father formed into a gospel singing group called the Womack Brothers. In 1953, the Womack Brothers got their break opening for gospel group the Soul Stirrers. I think I said this story before, but still. Sam Cooke led the Soul Stirrers, was impressed by their act, and later helped them transition to gospel to R&B. Cooke also assisted them in securing a deal with his record label SAR Records. The group, with Bobby as the lead singer, changed their names to the Valentinos. Oh, Bobby Valentino, I get it now. The Valentinos achieved modest success as an R&B group act. One of their popular songs was 1964, It's All Over Now, co-written by Bobby and his sister-in-law Shirley Womack. The Rolling Stones covered It All Over Now later that year, which became their first number 1 hit. Womack embarked on a solo career as the 1960s ended. In 1968, he released his first solo, Fly Me to the Moon, which included a soulful cover of California Dreamin'. In 1972, Womack contributed his talent to the soundtrack of Across 110th Street, the action thriller film. In 1974, he released the 6th studio album, Looking for a Love Again, which included a re-release of the Valentinos' Looking for a Love, the track You're Welcome, and Stop On By. You're Welcome Stop On By was later covered by Rufus featuring Chaka Khan in 1983. Womack co-composed Breezing with Gabor. Jaja Gabor, I think. Or Gaber Jazabo. I don't know what that dude's name is. In 1971. Breezing was later covered by George Benson, becoming a 1976 hit that brought Benson pop success. In 1981, Womack had another solo hit with the song If You Think You're Lonely Now. I know that one, which topped the Hot Soul Singles chart. Womack was known for his amazing guitar skills and played for legendary artists such as Ray Charles, Aretha Franklin, and Sly Stone. Give me a second here. I hate when that happens. Shit. Anyways, after his mentor Sam Cooke's death, spending time with Cooke's widow, Barbara Cooke, Womack shocked many by appearing on at Cooke's funeral in one of Cooke's suits and driving the car. Oh yeah, that jackass. I remember him. Barbara Cooke eventually asked Womack to marry her, which he wrote about in 2006 memoir, Bobby Womack, My Story. Bobby Womack married Barbara Cooke on March 5th, 1965, just 3 months after Sam Cooke's death and the day after Bobby's 21st birthday. You ain't no good. Jackass ain't no good. The relationship was poorly received by fans who sent hate mail, including a package with a baby doll in a coffin. Barbara left Womack after catching him having an affair with her teenage daughter, Linda Cooke, Sam Cooke's daughter. You is a dirty bastard. Barbara pew-pewed Womack, grazing his head with a bullet upon discovering the affair. Linda Cooke later married Bobby's youngest brother, Cecil. This is a Jerry Springer story. This is what this is. In 1977, forming the musical duo Womack and Womack. Womack's success was hindered by ongoing battle with drugs and alcohol, and he admitted to heavy substance use in 1983 interview. In 2009, Bobby Womack was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for his contribution to music industry. He accepted the honor in his hometown of Cleveland, Ohio. Bobby Womack passed away on June 27, 2014, at the age of 70. While the cause of death was not immediately released, he had been battling Alzheimer's disease, cancer, and the effects of drug use. His estate posted a tribute on Instagram for what would have been his 81st birthday, acknowledging his latest musical contribution. His last thing. I don't know what to tell you, but the dude wasn't right. Let's move on. Let's talk about this real quick. So, New York, this is not celebrity, but still. New York Liberty's Isabel Harrison is raising awareness about her brother's struggle with lupus. Isabel Harrison cherishes her trips to Indiana to reconnect with her brother Daniel, who has been battling lupus since he was 13. Recently, during the WNBA All-Star Game weekend, Daniel was hospitalized due to complications from the autoimmune disease, which has kept him participating in Harrison's games. Over the past month, Daniel has faced numerous hospital visits affecting his mental health, especially since he has not been able to attend games due to his condition. The wait for a kidney transplant, which he desperately needs, has been challenging, as he has been on the waiting list for 4 years. Lupus is a chronic disease that affects various parts of the body, most commonly impacting skin, joints, heart, and kidneys. It is particularly prevalent in African American community, with approximately 1.5 Americans and 5 million Americans living with some form of the disease. Harrison has a personal connection to lupus, having lost her sister Danielle to the illness in 2017, and 4 of her 12 siblings have also been diagnosed. Harrison carries her sister's ashes in a necklace and has a tattoo that reads "Faith over Fear," reflecting her commitment to supporting her family and raising awareness about lupus. I'm not surprised by the 12. I had 12 aunts and uncles at one point from the same grandma. After a challenging season with the Chicago Sky, where she missed all of 2023 due to surgery, Harrison joined the New York Liberty, where she has found supportive environment. The team's doctors and general manager have shown concern for her well-being, which she appreciates greatly. Despite not having lupus herself, she has battled another autoimmune condition in the past. Harrison has also contributed significantly to the Lupus Foundation of America, raising nearly $180,000 through her participation in Athletes Unlimited. Currently, she is playing effectively as a key reserve for the Liberty, averaging 8 points over the past month. I don't know what that means, but good for her. Moving on and fuckery with the celebrities, this clown is back. I wish you would keep your business to yourself. I'm so tired of seeing you. I didn't know who the hell you was a few months ago. God dang, you won't stay off the damn internet. So, Olympic gold medalist Clarissa Shields is currently at the center of a social media storm after announcing her intentions to have a child in 2026 with her partner Papoose. Shields, a decorated boxer known for her prowess in the ring, shared these plans during an appearance on the Pivot podcast, emphasizing her desire to start a family while she's still young and actively involved in her career. She highlighted her efforts to maintain a healthy lifestyle and preparations for motherhood. Girl, you need to go find somebody just for you that respects you and loves you and is not going to pull you through this bullshit, and someone who possibly can get you a dresser, because I don't know what the fuck you wearing. Damn it. Anyways, however, the announcement quickly drew widespread criticism online. The controversy stems from Papoose's marital status despite being separated from rapper Remy Ma since May 2022. He's reportedly still legally married to her. This is what I'm talking about. This revelation led to a torrent of negative comments across social media platforms, particularly on Twitter, where users questioned Shields' judgment and the ethics of her public declaration. That's what I'm wondering. Critics have voiced strong disapproval, with many pointing out the perceived impropriety of Shields' decision to plan a family with a married man. Some comments also highlighted the significant age difference between Shields and Papoose, eldest child, furthering fueling the debate. The backlash, "Could you please stop trying to marry Pawpaw?" is what they're saying. The backlash suggests that despite her athletic achievements, Shields' personal choices are now under intense scrutiny. We shouldn't even know about this shit. Why can't people keep their business, their own business? With many online observers expressing disappointment in her perceived lack of discretion regarding her relationships. Lady, I'm so sick of you and your shit. Mind your damn business. And, live your life without having to bring it into everybody else's life. Please. Because you ain't going to be happy otherwise. Shit. All right, y'all. We're going to move on into health. We're getting close to the end, so don't worry. I'm sorry it's longer than usual. I usually don't do a TED Talk, but I needed y'all to know about those projects again. All right, let's check this one out. Now we're doing health.
We are poor.
Before policing Black women's weight, learn the truth about PCOS and the nuance behind Black women's health. Please do. Many Black women face significant health challenges, including conditions like PCOS, fibroids, and endometriosis. I think I have that. Often without adequate support or understanding. Recently, discussions surrounding Black women's weight and health have gained traction online, particularly after TikTok videos highlighted the differences in physical appearances between older men and younger women. I thought it was going to be older white women and older Black women, but okay, this is a new trend. I never know what's happening. While some conversations are thoughtful, many overlook the fact that hormonal and chronic conditions frequently contribute to weight gain and complicate weight loss efforts for Black women. PCOS, a hormonal disorder affecting millions of women in the U.S., exemplifies this struggle as it creates a range of severe symptoms and is often misunderstood and under-researched. The expertise of Black women with PCOS is often marked by neglect in healthcare settings. Many report being dismissed by doctors who focus solely on weight rather than addressing the underlying hormonal issues. For instance, Sasha Odie Odie, founder of PCOS Challenge, shared her own experience of being told not to worry about her symptoms and receiving no practical support for managing her condition. This pattern of neglect is echoed by other women who feel their health concerns are minimized, leading to feelings of frustration and demoralization. The link between PCOS and obesity remains poorly understood, further complicating the narrative surrounding weight and health. Societal pressures on Black women to conform to certain standards of health and appearance are often exhausted and harmful. These pressures can create a narrative that suggests a lack of self-care or discipline, which is far from the truth for many women who are already battling significant health issues. While it is important for Black women to engage in health lifestyle choices, it is equally vital to recognize that health cannot be judged by solely by appearance. The policing of Black women's bodies is invasive and cruel, highlighting the need for compassion and understanding rather than judgment. Before making comments about a Black woman's health or body, it is essential to consider unseen struggles she may be facing. Moving on in health, because I told y'all I'm going to get this. God dang it, where's that button? I hate it when I can't do this right. Go next. All right, I'm going to just have to pull it up then. I hate when that happens because I have one more for y'all to see. Okay. Give me a second. I think I put them in the wrong order. I should have had the lupus story in the health area, for real. All right, but let me go and see if I can find that picture, because you need to, maybe I didn't take a picture, but I took a video, and y'all need to see that shit, because I'm just sitting up there like, what the fuck? But let me see if what the next story is, because this is saying this is the final picture, and I don't think that's it, because I always have a palette cleanser. Yeah, that is. Okay, then. So what we going to do is I'm going to show you this video, and y'all get ready, because this is some weird-ass shit. Let me go ahead and put my commercial up real quick. Before I do the palette cleanser. If you like what I'm doing, please hit the like button, subscribe, share my stuff on your social media, get my word out, because I'm trying to make sure y'all know what's coming down the pipeline, because everybody else seems to have something critiqued specifically for them. So check out my commercial while I get your palette cleanser ready. Here you go.
It's just me and the fam. 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 Yeah, yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my little Tay-Tay, that's my hype girl, that's my mascot. No one's go for hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with them racks out. Stay inside the house, turn.
All right, check this out. This is not Australia. This is not the zoo. That was France. Belgium, actually. That's Belgium. So 2 wallabies escaped from their owner's residence. Why do you have a wallaby in Europe? Why? What was the point of having a wallaby? They like hot. Oh, okay. Anyways. In Herstal district of Mouscron, Belgium. The incident occurred over the weekend, prompting local authorities to take notice and share updates on the social media regarding the situation. One of the wallabies managed to cross the border into France. This motherfucker just crossing borders and shit. He don't give a damn. Raising concerns about his safety and well-being. Let's talk about, is this an international issue now? The escaped wallaby in France was located and captured by firefighters in the town of Walterelos. I can't say that. The Nord firefighters reported that they employed a careful technique to safely capture the marsupial, who has no business being there, mind you. They used the net to prevent the wallaby from escaping further, and they gently grabbed it by the tail. He should have hit you, ensuring no harm was done to the animal during the process. The method was designed to avoid any injuries or stress for the wallaby, highlighting the firefighters' commitment to animal welfare. I bet they didn't expect this shit when they woke up. After its successful capture, the wallaby was placed in a cage and returned to its owner in Belgium. However, there is still uncertainty regarding the second wallaby, as its current location remains unknown. That motherfucker going to Gaza. The incident has drawn attention to challenges of keeping exotic pets and potential consequences of their escape, as well as the efforts made to local authorities to ensure their safe return. That wallaby is going to Gaza to go help people. That's what he's doing. I hope he kicks one of them motherfuckers causing problem for them children. That's how I feel. But that's it for the news. We'll get back to other stuff on Wednesday when hopefully we're not fucking self-destructing. And I just want to say thank you so much, as always, for coming in, tuning in, and listening to what I have to say. I hope eventually my numbers will, go up. But in the meantime, I'm going to keep coming and reporting and talking when no one else is talking. I love y'all. Thank you so much. Without y'all, I'd be nothing. Please check out my outgoing, and I'll see y'all on Wednesday. Love y'all, and good night. Where's my outro? God dang it. Oh, there it is. God dang it, that's the wrong one.
I can't say no, I always gotta go. Playing house, this ain't home with my soul on the road. I can't say no, I always gotta go. Playing house, this ain't home with my soul on the road.
Creator of South Park offered a brief and deadpan response to the White House criticism regarding the show's season premiere, which depicted a naked President Donald Trump in bed with Satan. During a panel, I think he is Satan.